There's a global tech skills gap right now, but most people are actually misunderstanding where that gap actually is. Robert Walters just published out a global analysis. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with Robert Walters, they are a global tech recruiting agency that gathers data from over 30 countries. So when they publish out analysis, it's fact based. And guess what made the top five list for those most in demand skills? AI, cloud, blockchain, data science, and cybersecurity. Out of all those, guess where all roads lead? All roads lead to what? Data. And to be honest, I see both sides of this coin every day. I see the side where enterprise organizations are struggling to hire qualified individuals to work with their data. And inside of my own work as well. And because what I see time after time again is the gap is not intelligence, because I deal with a lot of people who are capable, who are intelligent, but that gap typically comes from like their practical data capability and their real world translation all the time. Like it never fails. In fact, when professionals are able to build those data skills, we see interview rates that are over 70%, and those offer rates are following that. So the opportunity is real, like it's out there, but that path has to be very structured and intentional. Like I can't stress that enough. Because what I see is organizations don't need people with just tech tools. They need people who can organize thoughts and take that strategy and turn it into decisions, or take very ambiguous processes and clean them up and create solutions with data. So what I predict based on data and what I see trending is that in the next 5 years, I don't see organizations that are just heavily investing into AI as a silo thriving. I see organizations that are investing in data in its entirety in their workforce and in their employees, and things like that. That's what I see. Now, in 5 years I could come back and I revisit this conversation, but what I'm seeing now, I think I'm about to be on the right side of history, because I've said this time and time again, AI depends on clean data. And anyone that has realistic data experiences know, like we already know what that looks like. The data is never clean. So AI has a dependency on clean data. And without that clean data, it's just essentially like an expensive automation. Like that's it. You have to have clean data. Therefore, you have to have trusted data professionals in order to wrangle that in. So, in short, that global tech skills gap isn't a hiring crisis. It's essentially a data capability crisis. And I think when leaders have the ability to be able to approach it from that end, those are the ones that are going to be able to sustain and survive, especially at the rate that we are going in a more data driven society. So, bye, y'all.